Art Nouveau and Constructivism.
What is Art Nouveau? Towards the end of the 19th century, some artists felt limited by the style of academic art, which had been popular for many decades. Initially in France, a few artists broke away from the rigors of the old academic style and started to create art that explored organic, highly decorative forms in a more stylized and sensual way.
The style became hugely popular not only in France, but across Europe and America too. Artists like Alphonse Mucha helped to popularize the style by creating advertisements and postcards in the Art Nouveau style, promoting cigarettes, alcohol, and confectionery. Art Nouveau was an artistic movement which peaked in popularity between 1890 and 1905, which was practiced in the fields of art, architecture, and applied art. It is a French term meaning new art and is characterized by organic and plant motifs as well as other highly stylized forms. It emerged in France in the late 19th century and became widely popular across Europe with the style applied to art, architecture, posters, jewelry, furniture, and textiles. While the minimal lines of modernism or the geometric symmetry of Art Deco hold a lot of appeal for designers today, many illustrators and designers are choosing to revisit the more organic style of Art Nouveau. Perhaps in line with the current trend for maximalism in design, Art Nouveau suddenly feels fresher and more relevant for now. Here are the examples of Art Nouveau.
One of the 20th century's most influential movements amounted to nothing less than an attack on art. In 1922, a Russian artist named Alexei Gan penned a manifesto that began with words in glaring uppercase: "We declare uncompromising war on art." The Russian Revolution had taken place 5 years earlier in 1917. The country was in the process of freeing itself from the grips of a powerful ruling elite. Now it would revolutionize Russia's cultural life too, and put art to work in service of a new communist society. Constructivism. Constructivism was an artistic and architectural philosophy that originated in Russia beginning in 1915 by Vladimir Tatlin and Alexander Rodchenko. Constructivists were in favor of art for propaganda and social purposes, and were associated with the Soviet socialism. Gan and his artistic compatriots, including Vladimir Tatlin and Alexander Rodchenko, considered the founders of the movement known as Constructivism, as well as Varvara Stepanova, Lyubov Popova, L. Lissitzky, and others, sought new art forms and modes of making art to serve the masses. The movement emphasized building and science, rather than artistic expression, and its goals went far beyond the realm of art. The constructivists sought to influence architecture, design, fashion, and all mass-produced objects. In place of painterly concerns with composition, constructivists were interested in construction, rather than emerging from an expressive impulse or an academic tradition. Art was to be built. Art, they believed, had no place in the hermetic space of the artist's studio. Instead, it should reflect the modern industrial world, be formulated in laboratories and factories, and be deployed as an active agent in broader communist revolution. Constructivists used sparse, geometric forms and modest materials, from paintings to posters to textiles. They created a visual language out of forms that can be drawn with utilitarian instruments like compasses and rulers. Constructivism radically reimagined the role of the artist as an engineer with tools, rather than an academy painter with a brush. Its ripple effects on art of the 20th century can be seen not only in movements like Brazilian neo-constructivism, but also in minimalism, which sought to further reduce form down to its most essential elements. The constructivists conceived of artworks as a part of greater visual program of awakening the masses toward revolution and an awareness of class divisions and other social inequalities.